Welcome to another episode of AI Product Leader. Every week we shine a light on what it really takes to join the AI world. Real conversations with real AI builders, founders, product leaders, AI experts, technologists, and everything in between to understand where the world of AI is right now and what that path looks like, whether you're building AI products or a career in AI. Have a question or topic? Email us at support@AI Career Boost and join in on the conversation. I'm your host, Polly Allen, and I'm the founder of AI Career Boost, where I spend my time helping product leaders navigate the world of AI and thrive in AI leadership positions. And I've spent my career in both the software development and product management sides of the software development world. I'm an ex-Alexa AI principal product manager, where I successfully launched the very first generative AI answers on Alexa back in 2020. And I'm extremely excited to announce our guest today who's joining us. Flora Wu is a trailblazing program management leader, redefining what's possible at the intersection of technology and AI. With over a decade of experience leading cross-functional teams at Microsoft and Seagull Scientific, she has delivered groundbreaking results, migrating enterprises to cloud solutions, driving 80% efficiency gains, and slashing crash rates by 12% in flagship software releases. Really incredible work, Flora. With a bachelor's in electrical engineering and an MBA in technology management from the University of Washington, Flora has been learning the best ways to leverage AI-driven strategies and tackle complex challenges. She's an innovator, a builder, and a collaborator, and she's shaping the future of product and program management through cutting-edge technology. Flora, thanks so much for joining me today. I'm so glad you could be here.
Oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you for having me, Polly.
Yeah, awesome. Well, as I mentioned in my intro a little bit, you have this really stellar background in program and product management space. Can you tell us a little more about you and your background?
So I've been in the program management for over 10 plus years, and then I feel like I have a solid mix of technical and leadership experience. So I actually started my career back in, I don't know when, but in quality assurance. So where I developed a strong focus on like quality as well as like details, which actually stay with me for the rest of my life here. So yes.
It's hard to move out of detail orientation,
I
but
know it's in my blood. It's in my blood. Oh,
fantastic. So, yeah, you've also like before you got into AI, you've also really straddled that barrier between program and product management. You were mentioning your role has kind of like been dual purpose. Can you say a little bit more? I think a lot of people can relate to that.
yeah. So when I started my program management career, it was like back in Microsoft as a like partner vendor PM. Um, so at that point, I was like working with the IHV independent hardware vendor, like kind of like a liaison between Microsoft engineering team as well as the partner side. So then I do all the program management, whatever you can think of, like triaging bugs and then running like ceremonies kind of stuff. And then so it's fantastic experience. And then after a few years, I transitioned to my previous company, Seagull Scientific, and then over there, I actually started be the first like program manager over there, building the teams. Like it was like a five, six of us when I left, and then so it was like a great experience. Build from myself, building a bigger team, and then working with different organizations as well. So yep, that's my experience.
Yeah, and most recently you were director of product management,
Oh
right?
my gosh, yes. I hide that, didn't I? So yes, most recently I was promoted to be the director of program management. I believe it was 2000. I forgot 2003. Three. So I hold a role for a little over a year. So I work with like many different I collaborate with different teams like sales, marketing, and then trying to roll out of features. Seagull Scientific is like a 30 plus years old company. They were privately owned, and they that was about a few years ago. They tried to from their change from their on-prem solution to the cloud. So then I was helping building that process. Yes, that's a huge migration, and then that's kind of like how I led the role, and then able to get myself promoted to be the director of program management because that works, and so that's where I
Yeah.
am.
Well, and I love working with folks like you who have a background in like the technology, the engineering space. Was that really helpful for some of the things like the cloud migration and things where things get a little more technical?
I would think so because that's the mindset when we were, in university being trained on, and it's like step by step, and then you don't miss a thing, you're disciplined, and then you kind of like follow the step.
It's true. It's
Oh
more of
yeah.
like, it's not the facts you know, it's kind of the training on how to think a little bit, right?
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But as well as I think outside the box, like what might be the possibility if you do this? And that's where my tester blood inside QA is like, what about this? What about that? So yes, I break stuff. Yes,
I break stuff. We should put that as your headline. I love that. Flora
I
Wu.
break stuff.
I break stuff. But then
Yes,
I help you fix it.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's the good thing, right? That's what happened when we are being a tester, so that we can help out what the customer will be have a better
Yeah.
experience.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Amazing. Oh, that's awesome. So you've recently made some forays into AI as part of the Blueprint program. You're actually building a very cool product. I'd love for you to tell us about it. It has a connection near and dear to my heart too, as we'll cover.
So because of Polly, we have to do this capstone project. I'm sorry.
You get to do a capstone. Come on.
I love it. Actually, to be honest with you, that was one of the thing I see that there will be a capstone project. I want to sign up for something like that because my my personality is like if you don't need to do it, I don't do it. So if there is something that require to do it, oh my God, Flora, you have a deadline, you have to do it by then I will accomplish it. So that actually, seriously, it was something that I was looking for because like I have been hearing a lot of like, oh, you can find some free information online because there are tons right now. You can just ask ChatGPT what to do, but that is not enough drive for me to get me doing something myself. I think that's important, right? Because the hands-on experience is important as well as like just listening to theory as well. I feel like, oh, I need hands-on experience. So that's where I am. So regarding, oh, I don't know what's happening with my life. So regarding the project that I did was, it was called Swimming Coach. The idea was that I have kids in competitive swimming. Guess what? I am not a competitive swimmer. I just know how to swim that I won't drown. So
Hopefully that swimming for survival doesn't become competitive. That could be
it's just horrible. And exactly. But Polly is one of the previous competitive swimmer. This is why I
exactly.
feel
Just
like
came up with. I was like, oh, I grew up swimming competitively, not
right.
like
I need to pick your
Olympics or
brain on
anything.
that actually. So coming into the space of swimming for me is like, okay, I don't know what you guys are doing. I have to drop you off for practice. I don't know when, I don't know where. All of those information to me is a headache. It's a headache. And the team actually is relatively big, over 300 plus swimmer. They have different group, they have different time, different location. I actually ran into one time is I drop off my kids and then one parents drove over there and then talking to one of the coaches like, oh, this is not the right place, and the coach is like, no, whatever team is like somewhere else, and then it's just the parents have to turn around. So I felt like I'm hoping that I built something that will be able to make a quicker, faster impact to more people in under my control. So this is why I was thinking, oh, maybe AI can help. Custom GPT, custom AI bot can help me or other parents. So yeah, because of all the information, it's not static because they changing is dynamic. It's changing today, maybe tomorrow, and then with the kids in different swim group because I have two kids, they are in different group, age group, different location. Oh my God. And then with the swim meet here and there. So it's just a lot of information that for me is hard to grasp. Is not yeah, definitely. You it's online. It's online. It's
but you can
online.
find it. Yeah.
Yep. You have to find it. It's in your email. Which email? You know, the coaches are doing great in communication. So it's like, oh, something happened, they boom, something happened, boom. You know, so each week you get multiple email from multiple group. It's just so that was a headache. Yeah, that was a
Totally.
headache I was trying to solve. And then,
Stop.
yeah, in order to help out my kids, I was hoping that maybe I can learn a thing or two. Maybe I don't swim, but I can be the official.
Exactly. Yo, yeah, that's right. My parents were officials. We dragged them around to every meet where they, like, if you touch like this, it's wrong. If you touch like this, it's
Exactly. If you
okay.
touch like this, wrong.
Yeah,
Touch
yeah,
like this, touch like this is okay, but
yeah.
not like this. You know, all those rules. It is kind of a frustration for the kid when they were younger. Like they get the slip, okay, you got DQ. Then I'm like, I don't know. And then I was crazy enough that I signed up, take the clinical, learn to be an official. So I am an official. So there are being an official. There's like tons of like handbook, all those rules. So I was like, why not throw
Why not
everything
include it?
to
Yeah,
the children?
exactly. And you were successful, right? You did a really great demo.
Yeah, you could find. Yes, it could be better. That, oh,
We can always be better.
exactly. That's kind of how I feel too. Whatever you do, you can always find some room to, improve. So yes, that's what I've been doing, improving it day by day. That's why I was wondering, oh, I need to chat with Polly. What about this? What about that? So yes,
That's excellent. And you plan to actually get it into the hands of some people on the team, right?
I do because if I find it useful, I'm hoping that will help some other parents, and maybe as well as the coach. Like there are a lot of random questions, especially for some parents just get into the space like, what do you mean by the grid? Event, link, hit, what?
What does this mean? Yeah, totally.
Exactly.
That's
So
awesome.
yes,
Oh,
that's what I'm
fantastic.
hoping.
Excellent. Well, we'll be following you, Florida, to see, as this goes. But I think it could even be bigger than just your own swim club, right? If you find it useful.
Dude, true. Actually, after the demo, I got one of the comments from one of our classmates, 7A. She was like, Flora, actually, I think it's not only for swimming. I think she mentioned that she thinks it should apply for all of the other sports, competitive
Yeah,
sports.
exactly.
Then I was like, yeah, I think so too.
Everyone needs this. That's
Everyone
fantastic.
needs something like that.
It's amazing. Well, it's quite the transformation, Flora, to go from not, just wanting to understand AI to actually building tools that you're talking about helping other parents. How did you make this transformation?
How? Because I want to help myself.
Well, not why, but like what steps did you take in order to be able to?
What's what step? First of all, I need to I find out what information. Okay, I know I can look it up online. I know I have different email, not different email, different URL that I can go through for the handbooks, for this rules, for this location of the practice, and then the swim team website, all of those information. I did. Do you want me to get into the detail for technical? Oh,
We don't
okay.
have to go too deep in the
Oh,
technical.
I was like, oh, do you want me to tell you about the KB? No.
No, no, I meant more like when you were deciding to get, to learn more about AI. You now know so much about AI. How did you learn so much about AI?
Because of
Oh.
Polly. And so the problem of learning is, I feel like, is you start learning something and then you find out there are more stuff you don't know. And then the more stuff you don't know, and then there's more stuff you don't know. So that's why. Well, so the beginning of this year, I actually start looking into ChatGPT. It's not like I never, okay, everybody say it. How could you avoid it, right? You cannot go back to being a caveman. Then when you start looking into it, I was like, okay. And I think the beginning of this year when I was writing performance review, for myself, for my direct reports, and it is always, always a hard task to do.
Oh, it's
I
the
feel,
worst. I know.
right?
Oh, yes,
Like
totally.
you want to give out something useful, as well as you don't want to hide all your like anger. And then it's like, oh, you have to start with somewhere, and you have few direct report, and then you're like, they cannot be like cookie cutter because they're different people, right? And then so I'm like, oh my god, it's so dragging. And then I got this idea from my other from a QA. she was like, Flora, have you thought about using AI to write it? I was like, what?
Yeah.
That, that was so
Can you believe a
eye-opening.
year ago just using AI was mind blowing. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
exactly. It's crazy. Um, at least to me, I feel like it's kind of like get you started somewhere. Not that it's perfect. It cannot be perfect because I still need to do my personal touch on it. But at least it get you started. It's like, oh, like get the ideas floating, and then that's how it helped me, right? Oh, I could finish so much faster. So that's kind of how I felt like, oh, this is something I should look into more. And that is the time I felt like, oh, this is like the perfect timing for me when I don't have, being let go. Like I have time in my hand right now. What area should I look into? Um, and then I felt like, why not AI? And with all of the information online, oh, it's just too many. It's so many more like free course, of course. But at the same time, I feel like they are not in depth. That is not enough meat for me. Just don't tell me how to write the prompt. I can get a free course like in 30 minutes. Tell me how to write a prompt. But I don't know if it might be my engineering my mindset that I want to know how or what did they do, because with knowing I'm not a great programmer, not a developer, but when I was taking class, I know how it's supposed to work. And then with AI, now with Gen AI, I'm like, oh my God, it kind of like eye-opening too. Like I give you same input, but different output might
Right.
come.
Non-deterministic can be really,
Exactly.
then,
So
especially for QA, you understand how you're like, oh, that's a big problem, guys.
yes, that is not my expectation here. How do you write a test case? I put this in, I expect this out, but now it's like, whoa, it might be variation of this. So it makes this like harder, and that's why I felt like I want to learn more. And this class, I feel like it helped me.
Thank you. I'm so glad. That's so awesome.
But
So inspirational too, Flora. So if someone wanted to get started and they had no background in AI, what advice would you give them in one sentence?
uh, uh, play around with ChatGPT, and I think that's the start. And then you will find out a lot of opportunity over there and probability over there what it can do. And then, but I think you need some guidelines, and that's where you go sign up for Polly's free class. Because for me, I felt like because I signed up for the free
Oh
master
yeah, the
course,
free
I think.
master class. Yep.
Yeah, yeah,
Master
because
class. Yeah.
that's where the freebies attract me first. And then it attract me. I was like, oh, she sounds like she knows her stuff. And then,
Thank you. That is the goal.
yes, yes. And then you achieve it. And then I look into like your different classes, and then this is the one I picked because like I mentioned earlier, it has a capstone project, and I am very like deadline driven. Like you give me a task, I'll accomplish it. But you need to give me a task. I am not very good at Flora. You have to finish this task by 2 weeks, and then I will be like, oh, I have some other stuff to do. It's just Flora test. I can just wait. But if it's a poly test, okay, I'll work on it.
Yeah, deadlines. And
Deadlines.
accountability too, right? I think
Yes,
having the rest of other people in the course
absolutely,
the same
absolutely.
schedule. Fantastic. Well, thanks so much, Flora. We only have time for one last section, and that is plugs. So I think the biggest thing is Flora, as you mentioned, you were impacted by a layoff, so you happen to be on the market in case anyone's lucky enough to snap you up. How would they get a hold of you? How do we get more Flora?
Follow me on LinkedIn, please.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, we'll include that in the show notes for
That
sure.
will be awesome. Thank you.
Can
I
they
love it.
can they connect with you there and message you there too if they're interested?
Please. I don't know if you can feel my energy. But I love building relationship. I love relationship. I love this. I can't wait to see you, Polly, in person. If you swing by here, let me know. I'll just drive out and see you.
Fantastic. I feel so fortunate that you reconnected as part of the program, Flora. Really, really.
Absolutely. Please let me know if there's anything I can help or anything I can do or anything. Oh wait, Polly, are you hiring?
Maybe soon, maybe soon. You're the top of the pile. Awesome. Thanks so much, Flora. From my end, I'd love to plug our newsletter. So please join its product leader link on LinkedIn, or you can go to aicareerboost.com/interested to get the weekly newsletter we send out and early access discounts, etc. And our monthly webinar is coming up soon. So as Flora mentioned, we do a masterclass, The Path to AI Product Leadership, once a month. It's a free masterclass for 1 hour, and we go over all the skills you need to lead and succeed as a PM in this era of AI. It's age of AI. So that's it. The last thing is last week we always do plug the show. So if you love hearing inspirational stories of people who have are breaking into the AI field, please like and subscribe us on your favorite platform. And please send any questions if you want to join the discussion at support@aicareerboost.com. That's been another episode of AI Product Leader, and we'll see you all next time. Thanks again, Flora. It's been
Of
wonderful
course,
having
thank
you
you
on.
so much.